Hi everyone. Today I'm going to go through a bit of cloth nappy 101 for all the beginners out there. I know when you're starting out with cloth nappies, you hear a lot of terms and it's really hard to understand exactly what they mean. So I'm just going to go through a few of them with you. The first thing I'm going to focus on is different sorts of nappies. So the first kind you might hear about is a pocket nappy. Now a pocket nappy is designed so that you put the absorbency into a pocket, like this one. So what you do with this nappy is you take a booster, like this trifold booster here, you'd fold it up and you stuff the pocket with the absorbency. So that's basically what a pocket nappy is. Now the next thing you might hear about is an all-in-one nappy. So an all-in-one nappy is designed so that it's just one piece. You don't have any boosters that you're going to snap in or put in a pocket. It's all just already assembled. There shouldn't be any folding or additions. So with this one, you've got the absorbency sewn in. There's also absorbency in the body of the nappy. And so when you wash it, it's all one piece and then it's all ready to go and put on your child. There's no assembly required. The next type of nappy is what we call an all-in-two nappy. So that's where basically the nappy comes in two pieces. Those two pieces are your nappy shell, which is your outer, and your inner boosters, which might place into the nappy or snap in, as these do. So that's what we call an all-in-two nappy. So what are some of the benefits? So with an all-in-two, you might be able to just change your boosters and reuse your shell. That depends on how you like to use the nappy. Some parents really love doing that. Other parents just like the convenience of having the nappy assembled and using it. So for you, you might like an all-in-one type nappy. So there's no assembly. These are great for daycare or sending to the grandparents who might get confused by adding the extra boosters if they're not used to the nappy system. Pockets are great too because you can actually customize them really well for the absorbency you need. So you can keep adding into that pocket as much as you possibly can, and then even using different boosters that may not even be the brand of the nappy. So if you've got extra boosters at home or fabric, you can use them, pop them inside. You've got a stay dry fabric over the top, so that really helps you customize exactly for your child. Okay, some of the other terms when starting out with cloth nappies you might hear is minky. So hopefully you can see this, but these fluffy sort of outers, that's what we call minky. It's a synthetic outer, and it's generally either laminated or has a layer of PUL inside to make sure that it's actually waterproof. Minky is a synthetic fabric and that's good because it doesn't wick as well. Wicking's a problem when you get fluid sort of just getting out to the edge of your nappy, and it might just start to drain out and onto their clothes because the liquid's looking for somewhere to go. And with natural fabrics that actually absorb liquid really well, they will wick out and onto your clothing, whereas minky helps by not being absorbent. It doesn't wick as easily as what cotton outers might. This fabric here is a PUL. As you can probably see, it's just smooth. There's no fluff on the outside. And this is a waterproof fabric. It's also a breathable fabric because it's slightly porous, but not porous enough to actually let fluid soak through it, unless it's left for a very long time. If you leave it absolutely soaking for a long time, you will find liquid comes through it. But in everyday use as a nappy, it's perfectly fine. Okay, so then the last thing you might hear about in terms of your actual shell nappy fabrics is the inners. And so this here is a micro suede. It's a smooth lining. It's very soft. The other thing you might hear about is micro fleece, which is a little bit more bally, but both of those fabrics are designed to make your child feel dry even once they're wet. So they're very common as linings in nappies because they help prevent nappy rash and keep your child comfortable. Okay, so what about the absorbency in nappies? We also hear a lot about bamboo and microfiber. So I've got some microfiber here to also show you. So you can see this is a synthetic fabric. There's quite fluffy. and it's extremely absorbent, microfiber is, but as I said, it is a synthetic fabric. It doesn't hold on to liquid quite as well as some of the natural fabrics, but it can hold a lot of liquid for its weight. So that's what microfiber actually looks like. Bamboo. This is bamboo. It's a bamboo fleece booster. It's been sewn, so the fluffy side is sewn in. But if you see it's a bit fluffy, like fleece usually is, it just means that the bamboo's been sewn onto the other side, which actually I have a sample of right here. So you can actually see the difference between these two products is the way it's been sewn. So whether the fluffy side's been sewn in or out. You can also get bamboo terry, bamboo velour, and all of these are absorbent fabrics that you might find in your nappies. Their absorbency can be based on their weight, so somebody can tell you that they use bamboo fabrics, but you really want to hear that those bamboo fabrics are high in weight, because the higher the weight of the bamboo, the more liquid your nappy's going to hold. The last thing I want to talk about is sizing of nappies. So you hear about one size fits most, and a lot of parents question how a nappy can fit from birth to toilet training. So the method that we use at Baby Bear is to have the snaps down the front, and this is quite common across the market, is snapping down. So the way you would make this nappy small enough for a newborn baby is just to snap down like this. And your nappy is just going to get that little tiny bit smaller. And with these nappies, they fit from about 3.5 kilos, and that's quite average for a one size fits most is a 3.5 kilo baby. As you can see, there you go, got two little legs at the side. One size fits most is often bulky on a tiny baby, but small nappies don't fit for very long, depending on the size of your newborn. So a lot of parents go for the one size fits most option. Other ways a nappy can size down is through a pocket. They might have an elastic adjustment in the pocket. You may also see some on the market that they fold down like this and then they do up. So that's another way that you can get your one size fits most adjustment in. So you're actually folding down in the front, then they won't have the snaps on the front. But yeah, there's plenty of different ways that you're going to see nappy makers come up with a solution for a nappy from birth to toilet training. So that's your one size fits most. Then if you hear about nappies that are a sized nappy, that's when you're talking about having a small, medium and a large. And in that situation, you're going to see yourself buying a few different sets of nappies along the way for your child.